Spain, as the Basketball Champions League has reached game day 4, and Group B is our focus this evening as the defending champions Iberostar Tenerife host the Champions League newcomers Orlandina of Italy. No surprise to see plenty of yellow shirts packed in this wonderful arena once again, after witnessing their side get off to the best possible start in the inaugural Basketball Champions League a year ago, obviously getting all the way to the final and winning it. They played some exciting basketball all the way through and were deservedly crowned champions. Here's a look at how Group B lines up then on game day 4. El Chalon have already beaten PAOK 75-61. Neptunus Klaipeda against Gaziantep. Ventspils against MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg is the other game to keep you across. We'll try and update you with the scores. There are already started in the other two games. Riesenborg 23, Ventspils 16. And in the other one, Neptunus 32, Gaziantep 24. Here is a look at how Group B stands then at the moment. El Chalon leading the way, but they have played an extra game, of course, so they're on 6 points, and then a whole host of sides all queuing up behind them on 5. Iberostar Tenerife, Ludwigsburg, Klaipeda, Gaziantep all on 5 points, but with a game in hand as well that they'll be looking to try and take advantage of here this evening. Well, after getting their regular season campaign off to a losing start against Ventspils a few weeks ago, the champions have responded well with back-to-back victories since then. Whereas Orlandina, as we have a look at their roster here, have found life a little tricky here so far and haven't yet picked up a victory in the Basketball Champions League. A few names to look out for them. The likes of Inglis and Kulboka, who are both averaging over 11 points a game. And on the glass, they'll be looking to the likes of Atsu and Justin Edwards, who are both averaging, averaging 5.6 rebounds a game. Atsu 4.2. Here is the Iberostar Tenerife roster. Well, they have lost the likes of Marius Grigonis, Aaron Dornekamp and Georgis Bogris from last year, but it is still a roster full of talent. They just have so many players to call upon. The likes of Mike Toby, who's made an immediate impact, averaging 17 points a game already. Ponica averaging 13.3 points. They'll be looking to get the ball in the hands of the experienced Rodrigo San Miguel at the point. And on the glass, well, Toby's averaging 5 rebounds a game. Roscoe Allen as well, the big Hungarian, averaging 5 rebounds as well. So the two sides will just be introduced to the crowd here, and we can get underway in just a couple of moments' time. Orlandina, a very, very young roster indeed. They've got a lot of teenagers. The likes of Galipos, just 17 years of age. Earrings, 19. Even the likes of Damien English is 22. Kulboka's 19, Lagana's 19, Strautins is 19, Zanata's 17 and Donda's 18. So a really young, inexperienced roster for Orlandina, and you just worry that that may well cost them perhaps during this Basketball Champions League regular season. But of course it is a tremendous learning experience for them, and I'm sure they'll try and take the positives out of this regular season. No matter what happens, it obviously hasn't started particularly well for them, losing their first 3 games. They lost 82-77 to Gaziantep away on game day 1. They were also on the road on game day 2, losing 67-55 to El Chalon, and then lost 63-58 to PAOK last week. So in fairness to them, it's not as though they've been getting absolutely blown away by these teams. It's all been pretty close. Only lost to PAOK by 5 points, 8 points against El Shalom and 5 points against Gaziantep. So, however, they are facing one of the strongest sides in the Basketball Champions League tonight, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can keep it as close today as they have done over the first 3 game days. As for Tenerife, I mentioned that they started their group phase with a losing start away to Ventspils. It was a real thriller of a match, though. 73-72 it finished to Ventspils. But they've bounced back well since then, have Iberostar Tenerife, an 82-72 point win against MHP Reason Ludwigsburg on game day 2, and then away to Gaziantep last week, 87 points to 74. That Ludwigsburg victory, though, was, well, they were made to work hard for it, put it that way. They led by 24 at one stage during that game, did Iberostar. Only for Ludwigsburg to cut that to just a 7-point lead coming down the stretch, but Iberostar Tenerife did manage to find a way to get the job done. Here are the referees then today: Marius Julian of Romania, Marek Malisevski. The two sides will just finish their warm-up with just a few minutes to go. 3 minutes, in fact, until we get underway. Orlandina had to come through a qualifying campaign as well against Avtotor Saratov, who of course took part in the inaugural Basketball Champions League last year. So they did well to come through that. They lost the first game actually in Russia, 70 points to 69, but then absolutely ran away with it in the second leg, 92-59. They picked up the win back in Italy. Here is the starting 5 then for Orlandina. Justin Edwards there, we've mentioned him. You're going to have another big game today, averaging 10.4 points a game and 5.6 rebounds. The likes of Wojciechowski as well is another name to look out for. There is Gennaro Carlo, the Orlandini coach. Been in charge since 2015, was at Treviso before coming to Orlandina. And here is the Tenerife starting 5. A few of the old names, the likes of Rodrigo Miguel, Tim Abrometis and Nicola Ricotti. But Michael Toby has had a really good start to life in a Tenerife shirt. 17 points per game, 5 rebounds as well. And there is Nenad Markovic, the new Tenerife head coach, who was with Pinar Karšiaka last year in the Basketball Champions League. And let's try and listen into the final team talks.
Ball to Dennis. Just receive the ball, Kuba. Go to set the screen for Army.
No tenemos problemas. Es Bonnie aquí. Use the pick here so we can help. Si la puedes pasar. Y ver este pase también. Then I go and I go with dribble. Okay. Tough in defense. Duro en defensa desde el principio. Presionar. Que no llegan fácil al ataque. Que no organizan el ataque fácil. Vamos, 1-3.
Well, you've also got to be multilingual if you're going to be a basketball coach or player really in Europe these days. Both Nenad Markovic and Gennaro De Carlo giving their team talks in English, so obviously the players have to try and understand that as well. Just another string to the really large bows of all these talented guys. So this will be a test for Orlandina. It's going to be a fascinating contest. It's going to be intriguing as to whether Orlandina can mix it with the very best in the Basketball Champions League, and they don't come much tougher than the defending champions, Iberostar Tenerife, who'll be looking to try and defend the title this year. And I don't think too many people would put it past them doing just that. Game day 4 in the Basketball Champions League Group B. And we are underway here with Orlandina controlling the tip. Kovlev. Difficult shot, comes nowhere near it. And San Miguel grabs the boards. 32 years of age now, Rodrigo San Miguel. Trying to tip it out of bounds. Atsu. Last touch was off Atsu, and Tenerife will keep it with 13 on the clock. San Miguel again. Shot clock is down to 4. They've just got to be aware of this. Throws it back outside. San Miguel has to throw it up from a long way out. Can't get it to go. And the rebound was by Kulboka. It was a good defensive possession, though, early on for Orlandina. That will give them a little bit of confidence, forcing the shot from a good metre or so beyond the arc. Now the jumper from the foul line, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, no. Great defence, although the foul is called, and it'll be a first trip to the line for Justin Edwards. Foul goes on Toby, doesn't look too happy with the call as Edwards knocks down the first from the line. Only 24 years of age, Justin Edwards, who in this roster is almost classed as a bit of a veteran with so many young guys. And he makes them both. So a good start to life in the Champions League. 10.4 points, 5.6 rebounds and 2 assists as well for Justin Edwards. Toby to try to go to work. This is where he's so dangerous. Has to go back outside though. Ponitka throws up the 2, just off target. Doesn't get the roll either, and last touch was off. Oh, I thought it was off Edwards, but actually Orlandini get the call. Here's Atsu, 33 years of age, Engin Atsu. Signed in September, thrown away the steal, and the unsportsmanlike is called. So San Miguel will head to the line, shoot a couple, and they'll also get possession back, Iberostar Tenerife. Knew exactly what he was doing, Jakub Wojciechowski. Signed from Vanoli Cremona in earlier this year. So it makes 1 from 2 from the line, but Tenerife will now get possession back. Nearly has it stolen. Nicolas Risciotti does well to keep hold of it. Ricotti again, who drives, and really good finish with the left hand. Nicolas Ricotti, 31 years of age now, started his career all the way back in 2004, captained the side last year. Edwards tried to pass it into the lane. Another steal though for Tenerife. San Miguel can bring it forward. Toby with the left hand doesn't get it to go, but offensive rebound by Ponica, and now the three is on the way. Can't get it again, but another offensive rebound by Mateusz Ponica. Good work on the glass from him. Abromatis thought about throwing up the three, instead gives it to San Miguel. The step back fadeaway two, no good. And last touch off Tenerife, they're not happy with the call. This may get overturned. Tenerife were adamant that it should be their ball. And yeah, judging from that camera angle, I agree with them. Quite clearly smacked out of bounds by Wojciechowski. And yeah, quite rightly, the officials do turn it over, and Tenerife will have it. Ricotti, very nearly lost it, Ricotti. Has to go back to San Miguel. Now Ponica. Ponica throws it out to Abromatis. Good defense again by Orlandini, but Abromatis is able to run a long way. Just got it off before the buzzer, and the putback was no good. Was struggling with their shot early on here, Iberostar Tenerife. Edwards. Wojciechowski knocks down the two. Already a big fist pump from Gennaro De Carlo, the Orlandini coach, on the side. Abromatis again thought about the three, turned it down. This time Abromatis does shoot the three, and this time Abromatis makes the three. Big player for them, Tim Abromatis. Averaging 11 points so far in the Basketball Champions League, 4.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Of course, his father, Jim, was a player as well, played for the likes of Real Madrid. Edwards. Wojciechowski with a tricky step-back fadeaway. Can't get it to go, throws up an air ball. And now Ponica can lead the charge for Tenerife. San Miguel looking for the bounce pass, a little fortuitously gets it back, and Toby was fouled on his way up. And Mike Toby will shoot two. Only 23 years of age. Mike Toby went to college at Virginia. Actually ended his collegiate career as Virginia's all-time leader in games played. Played 138 games in total for them. So first foul on Justin Edwards. Shooting the free throw at 85% coming into today as Toby. Splits them there as Wojciechowski takes a seat. And Mario Delas is the man who checks in. And Toby also checks out with the evergreen Fran Vasquez. Here is Atser. Atser, nice pass. The open three is no good. Rebound by Abromatis. San Miguel is allowed to charge into the lane, can't make the two, and the last touch was off Justin Edwards, who does really well to prevent the ball from going out of bounds. Ponica very nearly with the steal. Needs some help, which eventually comes. And it's Justin Edwards who doesn't get the roll with the left-handed finish. Now Ricotti. Vasquez sets the screen. Ricotti penetrates and was fouled. So a chance for Nicolas Ricotti to go to the line. %90 free throw shooter so far in the Basketball Champions League this season. So Ricotti makes them both. Pretty low scoring first quarter so far. Both sides really struggling with their shots. Tenerife just 14% from two-point range. Orlandina at 20%. Tenerife 33% from beyond the arc. Orlandina yet to make one from the outside. So that's gives some indication why it's just 9 points to 4. Another miss for Orlandina, and now Ponica. Good transitional defense, though, by the Italian side. Throws it back outside. Extra pass. The three on the way is good. Great ball movement by Iberostar Tenerife. And a timeout has been called as Ferran Bassas was the man that knocked down the three. And let's listen in to the timeout.
Okay. We have advantage in shooting against baskets. Okay. Be smart. And we have to start to play defense against side big girl. You know, we are leading only our big guy to contain penetration. We need a stand, and we need a second one. You know, especially with three guys here. Yes, sir. Always in 7 minutes. Keep to defend them.
Gennaro De Carlo not entirely satisfied with the defense from his side so far in this game. Need to tighten up. It's always going to be tough for them today. They were really going to have to play at their very best on both ends of the floor. Just about manages to advance it to the half court in the 8 seconds allowed. Here's Ehring. Defense again. They force another difficult fadeaway two. They are forcing some difficult shots here, Tenerife. It's no real surprise to see Orlandina really struggling. Another three on the way. This one off target. Edwards with the rebound. Edwards throws it back outside. They're allowing Mario Delas to have a look at the three, which he turns down, probably quite rightly, and Edwards is fouled. It's a busy player, Justin Edwards, always looking to try and make things happen. Unfortunately for him, the whistle came just before he was on his way up to shoot, so no trip to the line. Another possession, nice little dribble, but the teardrop does get the roll. Nice finish by Mario Ehring. Only 19 years of age, is the Slovakian. Roscoe Allen. Allen drives, is fouled, and Allen will head to the line. Nice little spin move there from Roscoe Allen. Was part of the Hungarian side at Eurobasket 2017 was Allen. Only 24 years of age. Emigrated to the United States from Hungary when he was just 12 years of age. Him and Akos Keller were the two big men for Hungary at Eurobasket. In a difficult group with the likes of Spain and Croatia. Makes 1 from 2 from the line and extends the lead to 7 with just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Throws it inside. He's got Roscoe Allen for company and Javier Beran as well. The three is on the way. Count it. And they make their first shot from beyond the arc. Wojciechowski, the man who knocks it down. He's got 5 points personal now. It's Javier Beran. Beran again. Well, he's just allowed to take the three, and they cannot afford to allow Javier Beran that kind of space. The 30-year-old recently signed a new 2-year contract extension at the club. Oh, wonderful block. Just as Justin Edwards thought he was going to make the two, it was swatted away. And a chance to add insult to injury with the three down the other end. And Javier Beran knocks down consecutive threes for Iberostar Tenerife. Great work on both ends of the floor for the Spanish side. Goes for another little floater. This time he doesn't get the roll, and David White is knocked to ground. I don't think there was any malice in it, in fairness to Wojciechowski. Immediately went over and helped David White up. I think that's a little harsh. They were both just going for the ball, and I mean Wojciechowski's is 213 centimeters, Davin White is just 185, so I think it was inevitable that Davin White was going to come off second best on that occasion. So he's just going to explain to Gennaro Di Carlo. It's the 15th foul, Orlandina, so in the penalty now, so Davin White will shoot 2. I think it was just made to look a lot worse than it actually was, the fact that Davin White went sprawling across the floor. "35 years of age now is Davin White. Caught the eye in the basketball Bundesliga about 5 years or so ago, where he was the leading scorer, averaging 17.2 points a game in the 2012-13 season. Oh, it's stolen really well by Roscoe Allen. Allen gets it back, drives, and puts in the 2. Now in transition, the fast break for Orlandina. Again, they throw it away. Got to cut down these turnovers here, and it's another one, this time for Davin White, who misses an incredibly simple 2. And will they be punished down the other end? Yes, they are. Well, Davin White will have no idea how he missed that 2. I don't know why he threw it so high up on the glass. Either way, the last shot of the first quarter can go the way of Iberostar Tenerife. 4 seconds left on the clock. Last touch off Justin Edwards, and they will inbound with about 2 seconds left. Be a catch and shoot job, which exactly is that, and Roscoe Allen makes the 3 right on the buzzer. Well, he knew the clock was counting down. He just had to get it in his hands and get the shot away. And he makes the 3 from the corner. And that is a pretty emphatic start from Iberostar Tenerife, and they lead already 26 points to 12. Well, they struggled with their shot early on. Tenerife, they're still not shooting it great from 2-point range, just 2 from 9, but they're 5 from 8 from the outside. The same can be said about Orlandina as well, who is shooting the ball better from the outside, 67% to just 20% from 2. So not the start that Orlandina were after. Although, as I mentioned right at the start, Iberostar Tenerife very nearly threw away a big lead against MHP Riesen in Ludwigsburg on game day 2. They led by 24. Ludwigsburg got it down to 7 coming down the stretch, with Tenerife holding on in the end. 2 seconds left to shoot. Davin White's got to get it up. Davin White with the left-handed shot. Not easy. Offensive rebound, though. Again, can't put it back. And eventually, Engin Atset is able to bring it forward for Orlandina. Wojciechowski nearly throws it away. Last touch was off Davin White, though. And the Italian side will keep it. Decides to take the three from a long way out. White with the rebound. Beran to Mamadou Niang. Coming on for his first minutes. Beran's been really active so far. Knocked down those 2 3-pointers. Nearly has it stolen off him though. Davin White is able to pick up the loose ball. Back out to Beran, looking for his 3rd 3-pointer, and you wouldn't really realise that he knocked down 2 of his last 3 with that effort. Air ball, and the lead remains at 14. Drives to the baseline. Justin Edwards feigns. Tried to look outside for someone to throw it back out to. Eventually sees Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski trying to go to work himself, draws the foul, and he'll head to the line and shoot 2. Really active early on. Wojciechowski, 5 points already. Chance to try and extend that. Half-time in both of the other games in Group B, just to let you know. MHP Riesenburg leading Ventspils 40 points to 33. And Neptunas 58, Gaziantep 44. So that is how it stands in the other 2 Group B games at half-time. Started just a little earlier than this one. Davin White, tried to throw it back outside. Great steal by Enginatsa, who not only had to steal the ball, but had to make sure that he didn't step out of bounds and release the ball to a teammate before he did. Mamadou Niang with the ball this time. It's Javier Beran. Roscoe Allen, who knocked down that 3 right on the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Great pass into Niang, who's fouled, makes that one. Mamadou Niang. It's a really good finish. Only 23 years of age, Mamadou Niang. Since he can have a big future ahead of him. So can't convert on the 3-point play. The lead stretches to 15. Which is so important for Orlandina to try and stay in touch when that half-time buzzer goes, and that will help as Wojciechowski again knocks down a nice 2. He moves to 8. It's Davin White. The 3 from the corner just comes up short on this occasion from Roscoe Allen. Does well just to keep hold of it there, Atsa. He was losing his balance a little bit. Atsa to Mario Delas. Now the 3 on the way. A little too much on it, but they do grab the offensive rebound. Nice pass as well into Delas, and Mamadou Niang couldn't make the block. Delas knocks the 2 down. His first points of the game. Allen, extra pass. The 3 is good again. Ferran Bessas has 2 from the outside. 6 points, 3 assists already for Ferran Bessas. Man who signed from Oviedo back in 2016. Goes to the baseline, throws it back outside. Not entirely sure who that was meant for. It looked as though he was going to throw up the 3, and I think at the last second just changed his mind, and Arnoldos Kulboka wasn't quite on the same wavelength as his teammate. Roscoe Allen takes a seat. Nice cut in from Javier Beran. Here's Beran again. Nice pass, Abramotis for 2, in and out. Rebound by Kulboka. He's 19 years of age is Arnoldos Kulboka. On loan from Bros Bamberg in Germany. Signed a 5-year deal with them back in 2015. But good for him that he's getting big minutes at Orlandina that he may not necessarily get in Germany. This will be a 2 if it goes, which it doesn't. Offensive rebound now, another 3 on the way, comes up way short. And now the fast break is led by Javier Beran, but good transitional defense by Orlandina. And Beran has to go back. White to Abramotis, who catches and shoots, comes up way short. Rebound by Davin White as it was knocked to him by Mamadou Niang. Beran thought about a really long 3, little pass behind his back. White has to throw it up, way off target. Mamadou Niang with the offensive rebound. Plenty of second chance opportunities, and in the end it's Niang who puts it back in. Well, they need to try and box out a little bit better than that, Orlandina. Way too many offensive boards there by Tenerife, and they were made to be punished in the end. The lead is up to 16, which is the biggest of the game so far. Another 3 on the way by Davin White, no good. 24 of Tenerife's 33 points have come off the bench, so sharing the scoring load well are the defending champions. It's Davin White again. Javier Beran, shot clock is down to 2, needs to get it away, and Beran makes the difficult shot look very easy indeed. And Tenerife are pouring it on out there. And a timeout is called. 35-17 the lead.
Play this way, form it now, move away. I wanna see this, Army. You know, proceed if you cannot move. Fall back and we go. Just get right here, fall forward. Move, go. Let's go.
So Tenerife 35, Orlandina 17, just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. Need to try and stay in touch here, the Italian side. It's Edwards out to the corner, shot clock is down to 2, someone needs to get it away. It's the 19-year-old that does, comes up short. Edwards was in the air for what seemed an eternity, but wasn't able to put back the 2. San Miguel to Ricotti. San Miguel tried to throw it in to Mike Toby, who was underneath. Well read though by Orlandina. Now can they capitalise on that miss with a make of their own? Edwards throws it out. The three is on the way. The three is good. Denis Ikovlev knocks it down. They needed that just to stop the rot. Foul goes on Edwards. Ricotti out to the corner. Could have thrown the three. Great drive, though, by Nico Ricotti. And he makes the two. Here's Edwards again. Great pass by Edwards. The three on the way. No good on this occasion. Good rebound as well by San Miguel. And now the fast break is led by San Miguel, who looks to go coast to coast. Rejected, but put back by Mike Toby. San Miguel, I think, is injured in the place no man ever wants to get injured. Just got a knee on his way down. Yeah, I think he did. San Miguel just checked out just to make sure he's okay. Oh, nearly has it stolen, but an 8-second call. A couple of times they've been close today, Orlandina. So they'll turn it over. Here is Ricotti. Ricotti throws it up, and Bromatis gets it to go. In traffic, Timo Bromatis did really well to make the two. Great pass by Ricotti as well. Now the three on the way, looking to respond. They can't. Edwards, shot clock counting down, the three is on the way. Bromatis with a great interception, but can't quite find the pass, and a really nice little no-look pass by Justin Edwards. And the two was made by Delas. And a timeout has been called with just over 12 seconds remaining in this first half.
No tenemos tiempo para...
Y si no jugamos 42, ¿ok? Y si no jugamos 42, ¿ok? Lo único que podemos igual es... Pero píntalo.
Mira, si no se ponen en zona, si están hombre a hombre, nos ponemos 4, 5, ¿vale? Pony, Nico, súbese al balón, Nico, vamos. Tony, te vas así y que es paradito, ¿vale?
Si no, cool.
Si es zona, tú.
So one final possession, perhaps for Tenerife to finish off this first half. It's a first half in which they lead by 19. Here's Bassas. Drives to the baseline. Great little pass and the dunk from Toby. What a dish, though, to Toby. And that is that for the first half. And the defending champions are in control out here. They lead 43 points to 22. Well, it was always going to be difficult for Orlandina. It's going to be really difficult if they shoot at that percentage for the rest of the game. Just 25% from two-point range. They're being out-rebounded as well. 9 more rebounds for Iberostar Tenerife. A couple more turnovers as well for the Italian side. Almost every stat is in favour of the Spaniards. Javier Beran with 8 points, 6 of those coming from the outside. Mamadou Niang with 6 rebounds. It's Wojciechowski who's had a good game for Orlandina. He leads the way with 8 points, and Kulboka, the young 19-year-old, with 6 rebounds. 4 assists each for Ferran Bassas and Justin Edwards for their respective sides. So I'll leave you with the highlights from the first half, but make sure you're back in 10 minutes time or so when the second half gets underway. Are Orlandina able to peg back the defending champions? Well, welcome back everybody to Spain here. The Basketball Champions League has reached game day 4, and it's the defending champions who are in town, Iberostar Tenerife, up against Orlandina of Italy. The Basketball Champions League newcomers, and, well, perhaps, as you'd imagine, it's going the way of Iberostar Tenerife. 43-22 they lead at half-time. So what kind of response can Orlandina find in this second half? Javier Beran with a couple of big three-pointers. He leads the way for Tenerife. He's got 8 points. But Orlandina shooting the ball at 25% from two-point range, 30 from 3. So that two-point percentage especially has got to improve in this second half, you'd imagine.
Keep on play, doesn't matter, and play strong, okay? Okay, let's go.
Really does just fly through the Basketball Champions League regular season games every single week. Although we should just let you know, we do have a little break. That we've got a match next week and the week after. So the last game day is Wednesday the 15th of November, and then after that we do stop for a couple of weeks because there's the FIBA World Cup qualifiers that need to take place. So there's a little 2-week break, and then we come back on Tuesday the 5th of December. For 3 weeks, and then of course after the 20th of December we have another couple of week break for the Christmas and New Year period, and start again on the 9th of January, and then the final game day is game day 14, and that's on the Tuesday the 6th and Wednesday the 7th of February. So yeah, we do stop for just a couple of weeks towards the end of November for those FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Can watch every single game of the Basketball Champions League on livebasketball.tv. There's even an app this year as well that I highly recommend you should download just to easily keep up to date with the games and stats and highlights and plenty of other things as well that the app can provide you at the click of a button. And not the start that Orlandina are after to kick off this third quarter. It's the offensive foul on Wojciechowski. See there. So an immediate turnover. Here is Ricotti for 3. Look good, it's good. Perfect start for Iberostar Tenerife, who just continue to increase their lead. 24 the advantage now as they look to respond with a 3 of their own, which they do. Wojciechowski again, who leads the way with 11 points personal now. He's had a good game. Mike Toby, who had a huge dunk right towards the end of that second quarter, right on the buzzer. 5 points for Toby so far. He's averaging 17 in the Champions League. Great finish from Justin Edwards. Three is on the way. The three is down from Iberostar. He was a terrific student athlete, Iberostar, when he was at Notre Dame. Can't quite make the bank shot. Was twice named an academic All-American. So even if he hadn't have made it in basketball, a career doing something else, I'm sure would have been no problem at all. Here is Ricotti. Ricotti throws it back outside. San Miguel with the extra pass. The three is on the way. No good. And the rebound by Justin Edwards in the end. Kulboka, nice bounce pass from Kulboka and an easy finish. Great vision though from the 19-year-old. First assist to go with his 6 rebounds already. Another three on the way for Tenerife, and they just continue to knock them down now. Shooting it really well from the outside today are Iberostar Tenerife. Another offensive foul, so another turnover for Orlandina. Got to try and protect the ball better than they are doing. Each time they turn it over, they're being hurt. Double the amount of turnovers for the Italian side. 8 turnovers to 4. So timeout has been called. 6 minutes 49 to go in this third quarter.
All the others, we white. Okay? With everybody. You understand? Just they want to go inside, play, to deny, even in front. We need defense on which side. Ready against Lopez. If they have somebody here, we need to deny. Okay, so if they play this way, somebody rotate over here. Big man deny, defense on guard. They care about Lopez. It's clear. Okay, guys? Go white. Come on.
Fight the ball, you go handle with one again. Okay? Dropping you play. Hey, let's go. Levanta, dos lados. Vale, dos lados. Dos lados, mano a mano con uno. Go.
Here is San Miguel. How easy is that, San Miguel? He couldn't make the two. He was fouled either way, and he'll head to the line to try and shoot two. Just saw the gap, penetrated. Be disappointed that he didn't make it into the chance of a three-point play, though. Mario Ehring. Delas. Foul goes on San Miguel. Justin Edwards. Edwards, good pass out to the corner. The three is on the way, and the three is good. Arnaldas Kulboka, his first points of the day. Only 1 from 6 from the field so far is Kulboka. Decides to try and go himself, or just doesn't get the roll. There's Vrabac, but again we'll head straight to the foul line. So Roscoe Allen comes back in. San Miguel and Tim Abromatis, who knocked down those 2 threes earlier on in this half. Vrabac makes the first. The Bosnian, only 23 years of age, signed just a couple of months ago in August of 2017. Nice ball movement, the three is on the way, just comes up short, and the rebound though is good by Delas. Nice pass as well, and Edwards was fouled on his way up. They want a goaltend. Not sure what the decision has been given here. They think it should be a chance of a three-point play. See, as Edwards is fouled there. Was it on its way down as the ball was swatted away by Mike Toby? No is the answer, according to the officials. Toby. Toby again, this is where he's dangerous, and Toby makes the 2. Went undrafted in the 2016 NBA draft, did Mike Toby. Did then later sign with the Charlotte Hornets, but was waived after just 2 pre-season games. Returned to the Hornets then in February this year on a 10-day contract, but again wasn't kept on. That's a really nice pass by Edwards, who grabs the offensive rebound and puts in the 2. Toby was actually named the MVP of the FIBA Intercontinental game with Guadalajara de Lara that Tenerife had to play. The winners of the Basketball Champions League and the winners of the Liga Sudamericana, Guadalajara de Lara. Toby had an incredible game, 21 points and 9 rebounds to earn himself the MVP. Toby takes a seat with Mamadou Niang checking back in. Again makes 1 from 2. There's Vrabac. Kovlev to Justin Edwards. Edwards looking to go himself, can't bank it in, and didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock wasn't reset. Turn it over Orlandina. It's Vrabac again to Bassas. Labac thought he was fouled, but no whistle. Foul this time goes on Ricotti. That's a little worrying for Ferran Bassas, just having to be helped off there as he fell awkwardly, so we hope he's okay. Oh yeah, there it was. Again, no malice at all from Arnoldo Skulboka. He had no idea that Bassas was behind him and might have just twisted the ankle. Last touch off Alibegovic, so another turnover for Orlandina. It's the son of Tiemann Alibegovic, who had a long career. He's actually the top scorer of the Slovenian national team ever, is Tiemann Alibegovic with 990 points. The Slovenian side who won gold at Eurobasket 2017 this year. The three is on the way, had all the time in the world to knock it down. Mamadou Niang grabs the rebound though. He's been really good, really active on the glass today as Mamadou Niang. That's his 7th rebound. Beiran looks to throw it into Niang, who can't get the shot to go, and the rebound by Ikovlev. We've got just over 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Great penetration, and just doesn't get the roll. Beiran with the ball. Now Davin White, who's back in for Tenerife. Drive to the baseline, and a whistle goes as Ponica draws the foul. Was with Pinja Kashiaka last season with his coach, Nenad Markovic, of course. It's part of the Poland under-17 side back in the day where they lost pretty heavily to one of the best United States under-17 sides you're likely to see. It included the likes of Bradley Beal, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Andre Drummond, just to name 3. Arturs Strautins checks in for Orlandina. His first minutes of the game. Again, only 19 years of age. Became the 2nd youngest player ever to debut in the Latvian Basketball League. He was just 14 years and 11 months old. So obviously had potential from a very early age. The shot clock's down to 2. I don't think they have any idea the steal by Niang anyway. Another pretty poor possession. Great pass down the floor. Can't get the 2 to go, Ponica, but he's fouled anyway. And he'll head to the line. It was nearly tipped away. it's the biggest lead of the game so far, as it stretches to 25. "90 seconds to go in the third. Edwards throws it away, another turnover. Nice pass, Beran in the corner, open for three. Makes another Javier Beran. His third from the outside, he's got 11 points personal. And there's no let up at all from Iberostar Tenerife at the moment. Nice drive and a good finish by Artur Strautins. Oh, it's a really good finish by Roscoe Allen. Drives to the baseline and makes the two. So we got about a 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock here. So another whistle goes. Foul on Davin White. The little move just a second ago from Roscoe Allen, and now in transition Beran needs to get the three away. Oh, he does, but it just comes up short. But it's another quarter in which Iberostar Tenerife extend their advantage, and after three it's Tenerife 66, Orlandina 38. Here are the stats. You can see Orlandina still struggling, really, just 32%, 9 from 28 from two-point range. Tenerife shooting it pretty well from the outside, just under 50% today.
21, they are playing, hey, 21, we have to talk because in 21 in our defense, they are playing with three guards, okay? Javi, porque uno, and Bonnie, you have to be with the four. Sorry, Roscoe, you have to be with the four. Uno cae en la segunda. Beach post, we move around, dribbling off in the end. Or we steal some basket here or dribbling off in the end. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, you'd say it's very much a damage limitation job now for Orlandina. 28 points the lead. It's Beran again. He's had a good game so far, Javier Beran. Beran gets it back, nice little spin. Feigns and tries to throw it back outside, but a whistle. Toby is checked back in, by the way, for Tenerife, with Mamadou Niang taking a seat. Just wonder whether it's an opportunity here for Nenad Markovic just to give some of his fringe players a bit of time out. There is the dunk from Mateusz Ponica. Confirmation that Justin Edwards is in a bit of foul trouble. He's got 4 now, and the lead is 30. Just to let you know, that has finished in the other 2 games in Group B. MHP Ludwig Riesenburg have defeated Ventspil 73-61. He's in Ludwigsburg, I should say, and Neptunas absolutely annihilated Gaziantep, 114 points to 73. Big score from Neptunas Klaipeda. Thrown out of bounds by Toby, so a turnover gives possession back to Orlandina. Won the ACB League with Valencia last season, did Mike Toby, but didn't play a huge amount because of an injury that he picked up. Here's Edwards. Well, they backed off him, allowed him the 3. Comes up short with it, though. Rebound by Mateusz Ponica. Ponica thought that he saw a gap to run into and to throw it back outside to Davin White. White to Ponica, who throws the 3 from the corner. A little too much on it, and Edwards grabs his 10th rebound. So only 2 points away from a double-double. Justin Edwards, 8 points. 10 rebounds and also 5 assists for Edwards, so he's had a good game. Now Ponica tries to throw it back outside. Steal, though, by Edwards. Nice little spin move from Justin Edwards. Helps it off to his teammate, and he can't make the 2, but Edwards does well and tips it back down to Strautins. Shot clock is down to 2. Someone needs to get the shot away. Not quite sure what they're doing. It's another poor possession from Orlandina. Good defense, I suppose, from Tenerife, but they've got to be more aware when the shot clock is counting down. That's quite a number of occasions in this game in which they've ran the shot clock all the way down. Sure what the turnover stats or correct stats is, because on my stat sheet I've got 14 turnovers for Orlandina and 7 turnovers for Tenerife, so don't know who you want to believe, but either way they've still had more than their Spanish opponents today. Foul goes on Mario Delas. Gennaro Di Carlo clearly not happy with the decision. It's Beiran. The long 2 is good by Roscoe Allen. So Allen's got 10 points. Another efficient game from the Hungarian. Here is Edwards. Edwards can't make the shot, but he was fouled, and Edwards with the opportunity now to make it a double-double for him today. 8 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists so far. And timeout has been called with 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Let's try and listen in.
The same for you. If the ball stay here and the chassis stay on the ball, you have to deny high post. If the ball inside, you are ready to spread. Fine. Okay, let's go, guys. Go. We're gonna do it today. We play. Straight to he will go like handle, and he will make fake handle, pin down for three. He will curl. You will pass the ball if it's possible. If not, you go triple handoff with one. And play pick and roll on the side.
So Edwards makes the first from the line. And there is the double-double for Justin Edwards, so a really efficient game from him. Shot clock is down to 2. The alley-oop is good. Mike Toby puts it in. Nice combination between Roscoe Allen and Mike Toby, the two big men for Iberostar Tenerife. Here's Delas. Delas with a difficult left-handed hook shot, can't get it. Rebound by Roscoe Allen. Now Javier Beran. San Miguel. Back out to Rodrigo San Miguel from way downtown. Count it for San Miguel. Well, it's always a shame when you do have a game like this in which the outcome has been pretty conclusive for some time now that Tenerife were going to get the job done, but I think it's been a really good decision by the Basketball Champions League this year to reduce the number of teams from 40 to 32. Most of the games have been really close, really competitive. Well, I think, unfortunately, for Orlandina today, they're just coming up against one of the best sides in the tournament, and they just haven't had an answer to Tenerife. Really young, inexperienced side. While the Italians, they'll learn a hell of a lot from the regular season. But it does look as though they are going to start their campaign with 4 straight defeats after coming through qualifying. They have a home game next up to Orlandina against Neptunas Klaipeda, who had that really good result earlier on today. San Miguel drives to the baseline, can't get the finish, but the putback is good by Mike Toby. San Miguel thought he was fouled. Not happy with the call. And then their final game before the little break for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, they are away to Ventspils, so at home to Neptunas Klaipeda next Tuesday, and the Tuesday after they're away to Ventspils. Edwards, the 2 is good by Wojciechowski, just continues on his merry way. 15 points personal now. Can't get it! Oh, Toby with the putback. Well, he's on the highlight reel a couple of times today, Mike Toby. Surprised the net is still standing. Well, Tenerife's next 2 games before the World Cup qualifying break. They're away, next week, next Wednesday, as the 3 is off target by San Miguel. Yeah, they travel to Thessalonica in Greece to take on PAOK. Just about manages to keep his footing, does Vrabak. The crowd enjoyed that one. Massive rejection from the big man. Get out of here. Yeah, and then, so they're away to PAOK next Wednesday, and then Wednesday the 15th of November, they are also away to Ellen Chalon before that World Cup qualifying break. So 2 games on the roads over the next few weeks. Here is Javier Beran. Beran thought about the 3 instead, throws it to Niang. Throws it back outside, the shot clock is down to 1. Beran right on the buzzer, in and out. Niang with the offensive rebound though, and now David White for 3 is good. Tried to answer with a 3 of their own and just doesn't get the roll. Beran with the rebound this time. And Ricotti can bring it forward. Under 2 minutes to go. I think Orlandino will be reasonably happy when that full-time buzzer goes. Out to the corner, White for 3! Can it? White's got 8. 2 from 6 from the field to go with his 3 rebounds and 3 assists as well. And the lead is 41 as Beran checks out. Really good game for Javier Beran. Boca out to the corner, turns down the open 3, Justin Edwards. Doesn't get the roll, but grabs the offensive rebound, throws it back outside. Kulboka for 3, in and out, another offensive board. Strautins can't get it to go, another rebound by Edwards. And in the end, it comes off the knee of Ponica, and Orlandino will get it back. A bit of a scrappy spell of possession from both sides there. Has it stolen. Niang wanted the alley-oop thrown up by Ricotti. Ricotti turns it down. Back in the hands of David White. White, nice dribble, makes another 3. Back-to-back 3s for David White, who's got 11 points now. And the foul goes on Mamadou Niang, so Arthur Strautins will shoot 2. So can't make either from the line, but Justin Edwards is there to grab the offensive rebound and puts in the 3. Great work from Justin Edwards, who's now got 14 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists for Justin Edwards. It's been a great game for him. Comes up short with the 3. Last touch was off Tenerife, so the Italian side will have it. Gennaro De Carlo barking out instructions still from the side. Side might be 41 points down, but not letting his team go down with a whimper. Here's Edwards again, who's been one of the shining lights for Orlandina today. Can't get the 2, and it's knocked out of bounds, so Orlandina will keep it with just over 3 seconds left on the clock. Just to throw it up with 1 second left on the clock. The 3 from miles out comes up short, and the buzzer goes. And the defending champions show just why they are the defending champions and the basketball newcomers. Unfortunately, Orlandina on the receiving end of a bit of a drubbing today. Iberostar Tenerife 88, Orlandina 47, the final score. Well, they will put it down as a learning experience, the Italian side. I mentioned a few times just how young and inexperienced they are. They've come up against a very, very good side today. And let's hope that they have learnt a lot and they can learn and use this experience later in this year's Basketball Champions League. They just didn't shoot the ball well enough. 28% from 2-point range, 27% from beyond the arc. As the Tenerife players just applaud their fans who have come out to watch and support them today. Toby led the way with 13 points, Niang 8 rebounds, Ricotti with 4 assists. Wojciechowski was really good for Orlandina. He finished with 15 points, but a great game from Justin Edwards, who had 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists as well for Justin Edwards. So he certainly played his part in the defeat. But after losing on game day 1, Iberostar Tenerife have responded like champions do. And they've picked up 3 consecutive wins from that point onwards. And it's back to business for Iberostar Tenerife. So as the fans just disperse out of the arena. Had a couple of other games in Group B today. MHP got the better of Ventspils, 73-61. And Neptunus Klaipeda with a comprehensive victory over Gaziantep, 114 points to 73. So those were the other 2 games that took place today. And also Chalon 75, Pauk 61 is how the other game in Group B ended. So all the results in for this group. So I will leave you with the highlights from the game. A game in which Iberostar Tenerife absolutely dominated. 88 points to 47 it finished. Of course, we'll be back next week with plenty more action from the Basketball Champions League. We still have a few more games to take place today from Group C and Group D. So if you want to check those out, then they'll be available on livebasketball.tv. And of course, don't forget to download the app as well, the Basketball Champions League app, to watch all the highlights, get all the stats and the latest news as well from the Basketball Champions League. But we will be back next week with more coverage from this group, Group B. But thank you for your company today, and we'll see you again next week.